All right. Maybe a weird edit there. The camera cut off. But we're back. Let's kick it on down next to old Baton Rouge. Coach O met with the media to recap the first scrimmage of training camp down there with the Tigers. And sounds like defense won the day. Although, and that's even with Derek Stingley and Eli Ricks not participating. They're both missed. So Coach O gives an update on that. And hey, we've been wondering about which running backs were going to step up this year. Sounds like Corey Kiner and Armani Goodwin, the freshman, both made plays in this scrimmage. So let's kick it over to Coach O.
And you mentioned defense, I think, one day. I guess I know it's really early, but just looking at it, what was the thing that I guess they did really well that stood out to you?
No, I just think that the play of the defensive line, having, today was Ali's first day back all the way going full speed. Andre had been hurt a little bit, but those guys were really cranking it up. And again, there was a lot of third down passing situations where they could pin their ears back. I thought those guys did a tremendous job of pass rush today.
And a quick follow-up, you said Derek will probably come back like Monday or early next week. When do you maybe expect to get the rest of them?
I don't, and I said that prematurely, and we thought Derek was going to come back, but I think that we're going to have to give him a little bit more time. Eli Ricks is perhaps going to come back in some capacity next week. I think it's going to take Derek, and this is more a precautionary measure. We don't want to bring him out there when he's not full speed. It may take more than a week, but whatever it is, he's going to be fine. It's just that we want to make sure when he comes back that he doesn't re-injure.
One more thing on your running backs. How did they play today? Do you have any stats on what they did?
I don't have any stats. I thought John ran the ball well. Corey Connor made a tremendous play, made 2 or 3 people miss, jumped over a defender. The same type of stuff we saw in high school. Armani Goodwin made some good plays, got in the defensive backfield, made some plays. Both of those guys are tremendous players. Obviously, Tyron didn't get much carries. Josh Williams got a couple carries. But mainly it was John and the 2 freshmen.
All right, Shane, so it sounds like LSU's got them some, we're waiting for John Emery to break out, but while we're still waiting, we got Corey Kiner and Goodwin here stepping up. So that is a huge position of need there with LSU. It doesn't matter who the running back is. They need that production to start to really show it on the field. And at least it sounds like LSU's got 3 to 4 guys they can count on this year.
Yeah, man. Do you think this is news, or do you think this Coach O still trying to pump them boys up?
Probably a little bit of both, because he's spoken highly of Corey Kiner in particular multiple times. So it's good to see that off-season hype kind of matched in training camp. But I think it's, LSU, they're probably going to have it running back by committee. So even if John Emery and Ty Davis-Price, finally reach their potential, I still think you're going to see Kiner and Goodwin, on the field early and often, just the way LSU runs their offense.
I got you. Yeah, I think so too. I think he's still trying to fire up John though. Is he going to be the greatest kid that's never played? Do you think?
Well, it seems, I don't even remember how long ago. Was it 1 season, 2 seasons? But you remember that clip came out in practice where I think it was the first time he got the ball and he just gashed the defense for about 80-yard touchdown. And that was basically the highlight. It didn't even happen in a real game. You know what?
I was like, man, they just reload down there and then never heard from him again. So, oh, man, I don't know. I think Coach O, the more I hear him talk about the running backs, I think he's just trying to create competition down there. And because I think when you have competition, it does make for better players. And I think that's what he's got going on down there. I'm just curious what that running back room really looks like.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, with Miles Brennan hurt, TJ Finley transferring out already this offseason. Depth is a little bit of a concern there at the quarterback position. So Coach O talked about Max Johnson and limiting his runs this season as best as they can. And finally here, kind of the best quote he had of the day on how this season is feeling so much different than last year.
With Miles being out for the foreseeable future with injury and everything, are you guys limiting the number of run plays for Max?
Yeah.
And possibly that the offense, as far as the RPO and everything?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
being full throttle, as it were.
Well, the RPOs are there. We're going to throw the RPOs. And the RPOs are very, and that RPO doesn't mean that the quarterback is going to run the ball. Either give it to the running back or throw it. It all depends on what the safety's disposition and all that stuff. So that's there. But as far as just true quarterback runs to run them, no, we're not going to do that. And now, again, I said it the other day, we ran the quarterback draw with Joe. We let him extend plays with his feet. We had some movement with him. Those things, some normal things that you have to do to win the game. But as far as down in, down out, having a true quarterback run offense, no, we don't have that.
Yeah, Ed, I guess, compared to the chaos of last year, going to last year's chaos or the start of the season, is it just a much more feeling of being settled and knowing what you got and where you're going with it than last year?
No.
Going into the season because it was delayed and it was just crazy else. Is it the atmosphere just totally different?
Totally different. Sense of normalcy, leadership, 18 or 22 starters coming back. Guys came back. They made a decision to come back. We got a great freshman class, a great class, coaches that are hungry. I think it's completely different than the atmosphere last year. There was a lot of outside influences that caused negativity and there's some stuff that we couldn't control. So I think none of that stuff has happened now. COVID seems to be for us. We still have our standards which we need to follow, but it's not that we thinking of are we going to play, not going to play. We're feeling we're going to play. We're feeling like the stands are going to be full. So we're excited about that.
All right, Shane. So it's comments like those is why I'm so high on LSU because I'm hearing the same things there with the new coaching staff all around. I think I read a stat that LSU's coaching staff is on average 20 years younger than what it was just last season. So if nothing else, they have coaches now I think that can really get their message across better to the players.
Yeah, Coach O's always been a player's coach, so that's one kind of vibe that you're getting out of that camp is just they're having fun, and it seemed like last year there was a lot of pressure on them to repeat what they did, and they were a young team, and now they got a young coach staff, but I think that's a good thing for these guys because they got somebody they can relate to a little bit more.